today's presentation for Thursday, November 19th. My name is Faith Ritchie, and I'm the Small Business Programs Manager here at the Arizona Commerce Authority. As always, before we get started with our bootcamp presentations, we want to give thanks to all of our amazing community partners who have made this possible for us. As a reminder, the ACA Small Business Bootcamp and Resource Collective was designed to help prepare small businesses of less than 20 employees to emerge from the COVID crisis stronger than ever. This is a statewide initiative supported by our community partners mentioned earlier, and is a bootcamp that will run not only through the end of this year, but into 2021. As always, if there is information that you have missed in a previous bootcamp, or if you're wanting to revisit the information, all of our bootcamp sessions are recorded and posted on our website. You can go visit those videos at azcommerce.com/small business bootcamp. In addition to the recorded session, is statewide resources available to equip small businesses to return stronger. This is also on our website /small business bootcamp /resource collective. The Resource Collective has a variety of different industry information. This is just a snapshot of what resources are available for you on the website. So again, this is in addition to the bootcamp series. As always, funding and grant information is also on our website. If you would like more information regarding these specific programs, please let us know in the chat feature and we can send these links to you directly. Mitigation measures for COVID-19 are also on our website, azcommerce.com/COVID-19. And now is a perfect time for you, as you're looking through our website for all of our resources, to check out all of the different programs we have to offer, from small business to Arizona at Work to the Arizona MEP program. There are resources and options available as you grow your business in Arizona. The Small Business Checklist is an interactive and intuitive online resource. So again, if you are looking to start a business or grow your business in Arizona, this is a great place to start in your search for licensing and registration information for local, state, and federal levels. Last but not least, for COVID-19 information, if you are looking for additional information that you do not find on our website, we do recommend that you visit arizonatogether.org. We are so excited for our 99th session today, but next Tuesday, we are celebrating our 100th bootcamp session. We're taking a break for the holiday, and then we'll return on our regular schedule Tuesday, December 1st. So if you have not registered for that, we do recommend that you do. We're gonna have just great panel discussion, how they've succeeded through COVID and how they've utilized and leveraged the ACA programs. Now for our 99th session, and in preparation of the holiday season, we have Alexis Gallivan and Teresa Cox here with us today to talk about how to grow your holiday sales with eBay. So without further ado, I will turn over this presentation to Alexis and Teresa. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you so much, Faith. I really appreciate being invited back. You guys are clearly doing a lot of tremendous work. 99, that is amazing. I'm kind of bummed we weren't 100, but that's all right, we're close. That's awesome. We so appreciate being a part of this effort and getting to kind of gather virtually, unfortunately, with some of your small businesses. So thank you again. You can go to the next slide, Christiana. Thank you. So we already got a little bit of introduction. Thank you for that. A little quick, more kind of bit of insight about who we are. So I work on eBay's seller marketing and engagement team. And within that team, it is my awesome pleasure and privilege to work specifically with small businesses. So I get to have lots of conversations like this one about all the opportunity that awaits you on eBay. And once you join us, I create a variety of programs and tools and opportunities for you to really kind of learn how to get set up for success on eBay and really kind of accelerate your success with us. I'm also joined by Teresa Cox, who you'll hear from a little bit later. Teresa's been selling on eBay since 1997, so she is the real pro here. And she's got a lot of kind of direct seller perspective to offer you today. And then you may not see him live, but you see Brian in that nice, pretty yellow background there. Brian is a colleague of mine here at eBay. He is one of our growth advisors. He knows the platform inside and out, and has been working with eBay sellers, primarily business sellers, I think for about 8 years now. So if you have any tough questions in the Q&A, he'll definitely be the one to answer them for you. One other thing I wanted to mention was that I am also a small business owner. I have been since 2007. I own an organic ice cream business. So you can imagine how difficult that is in COVID times where I can't even lean on e-commerce necessarily. So I'm with you. I'm having the same kind of sleepless nights and anxious days figuring out kind of how to pivot and how to kind of make my way in this new normal. So I'm with you. And I really, really appreciate all of you guys, all of our guests taking time out of your truly busy schedules and joining us. Next slide, please. So to get started, I wanted to give you a quick reintroduction to eBay because a lot of folks out there, perhaps some of you included, think you may know what eBay is and what we're all about, but you may not actually realize all that we are and do today. So in September of this year, we actually celebrated our 25th birthday, which is pretty amazing. It's an impressive milestone for any business, but especially one in the technology company when things move so fast. We were actually founded by a French-Iranian immigrant who saw in this crazy new thing called the internet an opportunity to create real economic opportunity for real people like you and me, simply by creating a place for them to connect and transact from human to human. And in that vision, essentially, the notion of e-commerce was born. And we've certainly changed a lot over those last 25 years, but absolutely that founding purpose of creating opportunity for all has remained our North Star in all that we do. Next slide, please. So I'm not going to go into all the details of how our marketplace works, but I just wanted to kind of give you a quick snapshot. I'm not sure who actually is in the audience today, so I don't know if you're already taking advantage of e-commerce and you want to just expand your presence online, or if you're new to e-commerce, but just wanted to point out that, of course, starting anything new can be daunting, but eBay tries to kind of take that confusion and that stress out of the equation for you by building in tools and resources and recommendations throughout the entire kind of sales funnel, kind of life cycle of your experience on eBay. So we give you recommendations and tools on how to list, how to ship, how to manage returns effectively without impacting your bottom line, how to deal with customer inquiries, all of that kind of stuff. We have all of the kind of the infrastructure built into our platform to really enable you to take each step and grow as you're comfortable. Next slide, please. So eBay by the numbers, I like to share this to kind of give you a sense of kind of the breadth and the depth and the opportunity that eBay offers. So partially as a result of all those great tools and all that enablement that we offer through our platform, we also deliver some pretty outstanding results. So just in the last quarter of this year alone, our sellers, like you guys, generated over $25 billion in GMV. So that's the amount of sales of products that were sold. That's pretty impressive in just one quarter alone. And they did that by listing 1.6 billion items that were sold to our over 183 million customers around the world. So that's not just here in the US or even neighboring Canada or Mexico. That is far flung as Japan, all across Europe, Latin America, you name it. And this last stat I really like to point out because it really kind of tugs at this kind of old notion that people have of eBay, of thinking of we're this kind of auction site for kind of older or vintage or more kind of quirky items. And we definitely have that still. That's part of what makes us so special. But today, almost 80, actually that should be a percentage sign, not a B, apologies for that. Almost 80% of the items sold on our platform are brand new. So the same sneakers and electronics and kind of hot trending items that you're finding in other marketplaces, you can also find on eBay, brand new, and sometimes, or I should say oftentimes, at an even better price. So if you're in the market for any of those kinds of things, definitely check us out. Next slide, please. So behind this kind of variety and velocity is the millions of small business owners just like you who sell on our platform every single day and who bring their unique inventory to our marketplace and to our customers. And truly it is their or your ingenuity, your hard work that makes eBay the world's most dynamic and unique marketplace. And in this kind of the relationship that we have with our small business sellers is truly a partnership. And I think that makes eBay really unique in that way. We really believe in empowering our small business sellers to take full advantage of our increasingly digital economy and enabling them to compete on a global scale. And I think it's precisely because of this win-win approach that we take that we're seeing a substantial increase in the number of small businesses coming onto our platform every single day and setting up shop with us. That's an absolute honor for us, and it's truly a reminder to kind of keep doing what we do to best serve our customers, meaning our sellers. Next slide, please. So I mentioned earlier, some of you may be shopping around, you may be thinking about expanding online or getting online, and you might be considering your various options. And that's a really, really smart first step. There's lots of marketplaces out there. We were certainly among the first, if not the first, but many other companies have now recognized the power and the potential of e-commerce, and so have kind of joined the game with their own marketplaces. So it's really important that you kind of kick the tires, look under the hoods, really ask tough questions and make sure that you're bringing your unique inventory into the hands of the right marketplaces. And so I'm going to give you a little sales pitch of why I think eBay should be kind of top on that list, because we really truly are a unique platform offering unique value. So number one, partnership. This is so critical. We view and we treat and we engage with our sellers as allies, as partners, not as competitors. So we're not mining your data to gain a competitive advantage. We're not undercutting you to kind of put forward our own inventory. We don't even sell any inventory. We only win if you win. So it really makes sense for us to do all that we can to make sure you succeed. We have really clear policies and fair enforcement in place. That is really critical, that you understand kind of the rules of engagement, so to speak, once you get onto a new platform. We have numerous seller protections in place. So if something ever goes wrong and you're not to blame, we've got your back. We're going to make sure you're protected there. And fair, transparent use of data. So again, we're not kind of undercutting you, watching your kind of sales figures and trying to find ways to undermine your success. Reach, over 180 million buyers from around the world. So number one, you can be an exporter tomorrow if you wanted to be. I think it's something like 97-98% of small businesses that sell on eBay export, compared to, I think it's around 1% of small businesses in general. So just by opening your doors on eBay, you're opening those doors to an entire, community of global new customers. And what's interesting is that it's not only the number of that audience that's really interesting and can be effective for you, but also kind of the variety. eBay sells everything from kind of vintage fashion to car parts to luxury watches to cars to virtually everything in between. So you're getting customers looking for a broad variety of items, and they may come in looking for a cashmere sweater, but then they think, oh shoot, I need a garden tool too. Let me pick up one of those while I'm here too. So you're really getting kind of a diverse range of customers that potentially could be driven to your eBay stores. Flexibility, this is really key. You may all be kind of different kinds of businesses, different sizes, different goals, different points in your trajectory, and all of you are welcome and can succeed on eBay. It's a truly effective platform for businesses of all types and sizes. We've got tools and resources and opportunities to help you grow at your own pace. It's not like you're stepping on a treadmill going 30 miles an hour. You can really, you can kind of ease into it and kind of grow at a pace that you're comfortable with. Speaking of tools, we've got lots of them. So domestic and global shipping, if you're kind of concerned how to do that in a cost-effective way, managing in those margins, we've got you covered there. Analytics, pricing and sourcing guidance, we've got tons of tools there. If you're not sure what to sell, how to price it, how to kind of track your inventory, track your sales to figure out what's working, what's not. We've got a ton of tools on the back end to help you figure all that out. Lots of on-platform marketing and promotions tools. So both driving traffic within eBay to your listings and to your eBay store, and also bringing in customers from outside of eBay to your listings. We have lots of guidance and tools to help you with that. And then depending on the size of your business, you may be looking for kind of logistical software or kind of applications that help you manage your business across the different functions, whether it's inventory management, accounting, customer communications, that kind of thing. We give you a lot of guidance on how to kind of manage those multi-channel and multifunctional operations. And then last, but definitely not least, connection. I think one of the things that makes eBay most unique and most valuable in the kind of full e-commerce space is the connection that we nurture within our seller community, and that connection that those sellers nurture themselves. As you'll hear from Teresa, our sellers are super passionate. They are not just about their products and their businesses, but about the platform itself and about helping each other. So they do a lot kind of informally or directly to kind of connect and help each other learn. And we certainly kind of foster that connection through our online community forums. We host all sorts of events right now, virtual, but hopefully when we get back to some sense of normal, they'll be in person as well. Our government relations team does an outstanding job of working at the local, state, and federal levels of really engaging our sellers in the kind of the legislative processes and making sure that small business voices are heard throughout all those kind of halls of governance. So there's just so much that we do to try to kind of enable and connect and empower our sellers. Next slide, please. And speaking of enablement, we've just launched a new learning tool called eBay Seller School. We are really, really excited about this. And what eBay Seller School is essentially an online learning platform. And there's a variety, I think it's over 50, maybe 60 plus lessons on there now, all designed by experts, including Brian, who's here with us today, who really know your needs, who understand kind of what you need to learn and when you need to learn it. We've taken all that content and we've formatted it into these really digestible, quick hits of information. So you can come in, find what you need, learn a few new tips and tricks, and then go back and apply them to your businesses, and then come back and learn a little bit more. It's open, it's accessible, it's 100% free, and it's here for all of you. Give you a quick little snapshot in the next slide of some of the material that we cover within Seller School. So starting off with sales, how do you make sales? Well, it starts with a listing. You got to make sure that your listings are super compelling, that you're following all of our best practices to make sure that it's coming up in searches and that really kind of grabs buyers' attention and brings them to your listings. Logistics, I know this can be daunting, so we do a lot in training you on how to kind of optimize your policies and your practices to streamline those operations and maintain your profits. Marketing is a really critical piece. There's lots of opportunity on eBay, but it's also a competitive space, just like any kind of retail or e-commerce space is. But we offer lots of opportunities for you to kind of make sure that your listings are being seen by more sellers, pulling them in and then incentivizing them with different offers and promotions once they're there so you can seal the deal. Analysis, we have a back-end tool called Seller Hub, which is your own personalized dashboard that gives you kind of an in-depth snapshot of how your business is performing. It'll reveal all sorts of kind of data insights for you so you understand how to fine-tune your operations and really kind of supercharge your sales. That's totally free. And scale, we talk a lot about those kind of multi-channel, multifunctional operations, how to make sure that you're really kind of streamlining your processes and really setting yourself up for long-term success. So these are just a sampling of some of the topics that we cover in Seller School. There's lots and lots more. We have learning paths, beginner, intermediate, and advanced. You can kind of plug in wherever you think you're ready, or you can pick and choose lessons independently depending on what you're looking to learn. Next slide, please. So if that is of interest to you, which I hope it is, you can go to ebay.com/smallbusiness, and there you'll find all sorts of kind of information and links to help you join Seller School and get started. Next slide, please. So holidays, I know that was one of the kind of key topics today. I just wanted to make sure that I kind of give you a quick overview of all that eBay offers so that you understand kind of how to kind of maximize, take advantage of the opportunity on eBay, not just in the holiday season, but year round. But this holiday season, man, it's going to be one like we've never seen before. I don't know about you and your families, but certainly on my end, my Thanksgiving and Christmas plans are looking much different, both in terms of celebration purposes and also gift giving. Millions of people are starting to kind of adjust to this new lifestyle, and it's affecting not only their family gatherings and their kind of personal habits and movements, but also, of course, how consumers are responding and what they're doing, what they're buying, and when they're buying. We're starting to see people shop for the holidays much, much earlier than they have in years past. And so perhaps, and hopefully, you guys are seeing that as well in your own businesses. So the lockdowns may return, precautions may, expand, but the holiday shopping season will go on. It'll just happen primarily online this year. So it's important that all of us small business owners really prepare ourselves for that. Next slide, please. So what does all this mean? It means essentially a big opportunity for small businesses if we're ready for it. Over the past few years, we've already seen a really significant noticeable migration from physical retail into online retail. And certainly the pandemic is just going to shift that into hyperdrive this holiday season. So the numbers back it up. Researchers forecast that online retail is going to grow almost 20% through the end of the year. So that's a pretty significant kind of increase there. So you want to really make sure you're going to maximize that increased traffic. We found that 70% of buyers plan to do more of this year's holiday shopping online than they did last year. And this is interesting to me. 65% plan to spend the same or more in terms of dollar amount this holiday than last year. You would think, given the hardships and the struggles that everyone is facing, that maybe people would be kind of cutting back on their holiday spending budget, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Maybe that's because everyone's like, we could really use something cheerful right about now. So maybe they're kind of, increasing that holiday budget to spread a little cheer for themselves and their loved ones. So again, what do these numbers tell us? They tell us a big opportunity for our small businesses if you're ready. So how does eBay help you get ready and fully kind of capitalize on this big moment? Next slide, please. So aside from giving you kind of immediate access to those 180 million customers around the world, eBay is here to help you make the most of this really critical moment. Number one, listing fees. So we're offering our small business sellers 200 free listings each month. So this means there's absolutely no risk to give us a try, and you only pay when your item sells. And even then, we have extremely competitive and kind of clear selling fees and kind of fee structures. In fact, lower than many of our competitors. Product trends. I don't know about you guys in your own personal kind of shopping patterns or habits this last few months, or what you're seeing in your businesses, but people are buying lots of different kinds of stuff lately in much larger numbers, larger quantities. So as a seller on eBay, you get access to all of this kind of product trend data. You can see what are people buying, what price points are they buying it at, where potentially supply is falling short of demand. And this can help you really determine for yourselves what to sell, how to price it, and just overall how to kind of adapt your business in response to these shifting consumer trends. Discounted shipping fees. So across the year, if you ship through eBay, we offer kind of discounts on all the major carriers. But for this holiday season, you may have noticed that oftentimes FedEx and UPS, they will add a kind of a peak season surcharge to their general or their standard rates. But if you ship through eBay, all of those surcharges are waived. So that's kind of profit kind of back into your pocket. I touched on seller protections earlier today. I want to just kind of reiterate that. We've got your back in case something goes wrong. And over the holiday season, we've all heard the stories in the news, UPS, FedEx, USPS were facing, more delays because there's such a more demand in online shopping. But as long as you meet your handling time, eBay's got your back. We'll kind of protect you against any impact that might have on your seller rating, or kind of mitigate any shipping related negative or neutral customer feedback on your behalf. So we've got your back. Promotional tools. Again, I mentioned this earlier, but in the holiday season especially, it's really critical that you find ways to cut through the noise and help people see and get attracted to your listings. So we have a variety of tools that we offer, free tools, to help you kind of, again, cut through that noise and drive traffic to your sites. And there's lots more that we do to kind of enable and accelerate our sellers, not just during the holiday seasons, but across kind of the calendar year, especially at these big retail moments. So I'm going to now pass the mic over to Teresa. Next slide, please, to hear her perspective on some of these opportunities and tools and how she's made the most of them with her business. Teresa?
Okay. I just lost my, hold on one second. I just lost my notes. I moved them over too soon. Okay. So I'm Teresa, and as Alexa said, I've been selling on eBay since 1997. I absolutely love the platform. It's my favorite place to sell. I absolutely love the eBay community. I can vouch for everything that Alexa said about eBay having your back and being a partner and all that other sort of stuff. And I started in 1997 as a part-time hobby seller. I had a full-time job and I basically listed when I wanted to, sold on the weekend. And for probably 15, maybe 16 years, eBay was just my play money. And then I started out selling red things. And like most sellers, I moved on to selling anything that I could source at a discounted price and flip for a great profit. And, what I sell and the variety of things I sell has changed dramatically over the years. And I still do sell a lot of red things. It still is my favorite thing to sell, but I sell a lot of clothes. And then recently I did a analysis of my store, and I used to sell 75% new stuff and 25% pre-owned in my store. And it's flipped in probably the last 2 years where I'm about 75% pre-owned and 25% new. And that shocked me. But what I'm basically doing is I'm selling off a lot of my personal items. I downsized from living in a big house. And instead of just donating all that stuff to the local thrift store, I decided I'm going to sell it on eBay. And I'm having so much fun selling off all my my old work wardrobe and getting prices that I never thought I would get for it. So that's an idea or suggestion. If you want to just get started, just sell things around the house. In 2015, I left my 30-year career in higher ed, and I started selling online full-time. And eBay is a great partner for that. As a small business owner, and you're a small business owner, and I don't really know, the audience, and if you have retail spaces, or if you, might be a consultant or different kinds of small businesses, but there are lots of ways that you can either do eBay as a side hustle or incorporate eBay into your main business. And a couple of things that I like to point out to people that are talking to me about, how do you sell on eBay? What do you need to do? Is, eBay is absolutely my business partner, no doubt about it. They manage the marketing, they hire the engineers that develop the software, they pay for the servers, and they manage them at 24/7. They have the global marketplace, so they're dealing with customers all over the world. All of these headaches as a small business owner, I wouldn't want to do by myself. And we get this all for a very small fee. If you have a store, there's a monthly fee for a store, very different levels of stores. But as Alexis mentioned in her presentation, a percentage of your sales when something sells. So if nothing sells, you don't have to pay for your item. And 200 free listings a month is a great opportunity. So a couple of things that if you are a business owner and you have maybe a retail store, I always go back to my mom. My mom owned a quilt store for 17 years in California. She closed it in 1996. And then I started selling on eBay, and I was like, oh, wow, I could have listed all that stuff that she had in her store. That's one way to expand your customer base, is to list your physical items that you may have in a retail location, or you can get creative with, the different things that you have to sell. But for me, like I said, I was selling things out of my house. So I was selling decor off of my laundry room, and personal items, and more work clothes, and things that were in my, I can't believe how much money I made during the pandemic selling puzzles and games that were part of a playroom that I had in my old house. And I have I manage a local eBay sellers meetup group, and there's somebody in the group that made $7,000 selling puzzles in Q2 because of the pandemic. And that blew my mind. I mean, I sold a lot of puzzles, but certainly not $7,000 worth. So what are the other kind of things that you can do? You can certainly start with things around your house. We all have things that we think are worth trash, and those are the things I like to list because it's the most fun when they do sell. It's like, wow, somebody wanted to buy this and they wanted to pay $20 for it. Okay, let me ship it to you. But another opportunity that we have is I do a lot of, we are in the thick of holiday season shopping, and I'm loving the number of sales I have every day that I have to ship out. But I source my my new items, a lot of them on the after holiday clearance sales. And so on New Year's Day, I spend the day going around to the different stores in the area getting the holiday clearance items. And so a lot of Christmas stuff. And I do that for Christmas, Halloween, summer in Arizona is there's a lot of clearance stuff for summer toys and pool toys and outdoor things, and Easter and so on and so forth. But you go and you buy these things. And then in January, when I buy them, I make sure that I list them right away. And why is that? Because I will get an uptick of people that are looking for something before they put their Christmas stuff away. You'd be surprised at how many Christmas sales I get in January. And then this stuff is listed. And one of the things that I love about eBay is that eBay has no seasons. And so I'm shocked that when I sell, a ton of cans of canned snow in July, like, what are you using this for? Well, when somebody needs canned snow in July, they can't just go to their local Target or Walmart or, wherever, because they don't have it in stock. So they look for online, and eBay is a place that sellers do go and look for that sort of out of season stuff. And the other thing with clothing is that I love the eBay global marketplace. I cannot tell you how many jackets and beanies I sell in the heat of the Arizona summer and ship to Australia. And Japan loves our Western jeans. I sell a lot of jeans to Japan, and just all over the world, there are people that are looking for goods that they can buy from Americans. And I'm happy to have eBay that does all that marketing for me. And international shipping is made very easy and very simple with eBay. They give you a couple of options. And I ship directly through USPS. USPS is my favorite choice for shipping, because I think that they can get there faster and cheaper. eBay also has a program for international shipping called Global Shipping Program. And basically, as a seller, I just have it shipped to Kentucky, and eBay's global shipping team takes care of getting it from Kentucky to whatever country it's in, and the buyers pay for the custom fees and the shipping fees all up front. If there's an issue, eBay handles it. Once you ship that item to the global shipping, through the global shipping program to their facility in Kentucky, as a seller, you're done with it. And I would tell you that I have no issue selling international. I have no countries blocked. I just ship wherever, which I am so appreciative. My international sales make up about 25 to 30% of my online sales. And so, if you do get into selling on eBay, I encourage you to take advantage of that global marketplace. There's a lot of different things that you can do as an online seller. Like I said, find your niche, sell everything. It doesn't matter. I would just say, just take the step. If you have children, clean out your children's clothes, clean out their toys. Just throw us some things up online and get started and see how easy it is. And, I'm happy to be, have questions. I have a local meetup group. We meet in Tempe. It's called EV's, East Valley Innovative eBay Sellers. We're on Facebook, and we have a great group of seasoned sellers that are very willing and able to help anybody out. And, like me, your sales will grow. If you have a physical store and you put your items online, you absolutely will grow your customer base and your sales will increase. And like I said, I haven't been doing this since 1997 because I hated it. So I love selling it. I love the partnership. I love the eBay community. And I encourage anybody that has something that they think that they can sell, whether it's just something around the house or you're part of your business, to just give it a try, because it is easy. It's easy to get into, easy to stay. The rules are very easy. eBay is a company that makes it easy to partner with.
That is awesome. Thank you, Teresa. Gosh, you've seen a lot. You've done a lot. It's really, really impressive. Thank you very much. So let's see, we have some time left. I was trying to speak really, really fast because I wanted to make sure we actually got to have a conversation. I know it can be boring sometimes listening to me drone on and on. So I appreciate the fact that we've already seen a few questions come through in the chat. That's great. And these are good questions. So I think we have some experienced eBay sellers in the group because I'm seeing questions about managed payments and other kind of insider things. Now, Teresa, do you use managed payments?
So I am a huge managed payment advocate. I have been in the program for over 2 years now. I was in the beta program. I love being part of eBay's beta programs because I can give feedback and make the program better. So I've been using it since 2018, September 2018, and it has absolutely made a huge difference in my business. I see more new buyers to the platform, which is great. I love the payout process. I'm waiting for, right now I am on weekly payouts. I'm waiting for eBay to offer bi-weekly payouts because that would make me really, really happy. But right now, weekly payouts, I have my shipping deducted from my payouts. And it's just been for me, it's been a really smooth transaction. I do manage a eBay managed payment Facebook group. And to be honest with you, the chatter in there has subsided as more and more people are moving over and the questions have subsided and people are like, oh yeah, this is really easy. Like it's kind of behind the scenes and you don't think about it anymore.
That's great. Yeah, trying something new is never easy. Brian, could you give us a quick 30-second explanation for the folks who don't yet sell on eBay, might be thinking, what the heck are you talking about? Can you give a quick explanation of what managed payments is, what we mean by that?
Yeah, absolutely. And thanks for the opportunity to chat about this as well. Super excited about managed payments. Also, I've been in the beta program myself. I think it was around 2018, like you said there, Teresa. So super thrilled with it. But up until, we rolled out managed payments, sellers were expected to manage their payments through PayPal. eBay and PayPal were one and the same once upon a time. We've since split and we've kind of gone our separate ways. But in eBay, looking for new opportunities to provide more flexible payment options and really consolidate and bring things onto one manageable platform, we developed the managed payments process. So with that, you're going to see, slightly lower fees comparative to what you're doing when you're processing that on PayPal. It's going to be consolidated in one central location, so you don't have to bounce from platform to platform to manage things. And again, like Teresa said, I think there's a lot more flexibility with that, with the way that it integrates into your overall eBay business. So something we're all really excited about, and we're moving as quickly as we can. There are a lot of interesting nuances and challenges with this when you're starting to move into the finance game per se. But as Teresa mentioned, I think we've worked out a lot of those small little kinks, and it's been tremendously beneficial for anybody that's started to use that process. So
yeah, absolutely. Thank you. The group is being a little quiet now, but I did see, Brian, you touched on our fees, and I thought it might be worthwhile to share with everyone kind of how we structure our fees, what we call them, and what we actually charge.
Yeah, really let's see, there's three types of fees, I would say. There's your listing fees, and then there's kind of, special bells and whistle type fees, and then there are your final value selling fees. The great thing about eBay, depending on how you position yourself, you can list items without generating any fees whatsoever until you actually sell those items. That's when you would be charged a final value fee. And that final value fee can vary anywhere from as low as 0% for men's athletic shoes that are sold over $100. So if you're in the shoe game, the sneaker game, like eBay's the place to be for sure. But it's generally around 10% for non-store subscribers in most categories. Usually less expensive items like DVDs, books, media, that's at a 13% rate, but still that's a little bit of a less expensive item, so a little bit of a higher rate. So we do also offer the ability to sell real estate, vehicles, all kinds of fun things, and we offer really competitive rates there as well. So anything I missed on that, Teresa, that you can think of fee-wise? Or there's shipping fees, of course, but those are billed, very simply.
Yeah, so one of the things that I really like about partnering with eBay is that they negotiate with. I ship probably 95% of my items, maybe even 98, via USPS, and eBay negotiates better rates for their sellers through USPS, and so I appreciate that I'm not the one that having to do that as a small business or having to pay full retail. Another fee aligned with marketing, and I'm not sure if you touched it, was promoted listings. another huge advocate of promoted listings. And as somebody that managed finance and operations in higher ed for 30 years, one of the things that I absolutely hated paying for was a marketing budget. And the first thing, the thing that I really grabbed onto with eBay's promoted listings when I first started using it in 2016 was that you don't pay unless the item sells. And that just whatever, just was music to my ears. Mm-hmm. And so I have about 5,000 listings in my eBay store, and I have every single one of them is being promoted. But when I sell something, I don't have to pay that advertising fee on everything that I sell. It's only if somebody buys the item because they clicked on a promoted link. And so I think that's important for sellers to understand, is because it's not right now promoted listings. I increased my ad rate for Q4, which is what a standard procedure that I do. I want to take advantage of the increased buyers on the marketplace, and I increased my ad rate, and now my promoted listing sales are about 40% of my sales. And so it's worth it to me to pay, 3 or 6% to have that extra sale. And but typically promoted listings are about 30% of my sales. So it's definitely a great program, well worth it. And like I said, my favorite part is that I don't pay for marketing up front. I pay for it after the fact when I know that it's worked.
Yeah, and I don't know if you want to say a little bit more about how you can kind of set the level at which you want to promote. You can be super aggressive, or you can be kind of, relaxed about it, and you pay a little bit more for the more aggressive promotion and a little bit less for the less aggressive. So it enables you to kind of really stay in control of your margins. Would you say that's right?
Yeah, absolutely. There are some sellers that are in the I'm going to promote everything at 1% mentality. I'm not there. Like I gave it a try. I definitely didn't see anywhere close to the 30%, 25, 30% sales that I see. Typically, I might start, like I tell people, start out in the 3 to 5% range and see how you do. And then, everybody's margins are different. Everybody prices things differently. But eBay's made some really great changes to the promoted listing program and how we can utilize it. So right now I have suggested ad rate is something that they've really improved upon. And so in Q4, I do everything at suggested ad rate, but I cap it at 12%. And so some categories, 18% is the suggested ad rate. Well, that's too high for my margins. And so I cap everything at 12%. And that doesn't mean that that some things will still sell at 2.4%. Some will sell at 8%. It just depends on the category and the item that you're selling. I really love having that control.
Absolutely. Oh, I see something in the Q&A. For new members sellers on eBay. For new members sellers on eBay, are there benefits gained from taking the courses? For example, certifications, badges on profile, enhanced listing options, etc. Excellent question. That makes my heart happy because I've been working so closely, as has Brian, on Seller School. So there are benefits within the Seller School platform. There are motivational kind of benefits. So when you complete certain courses, you can earn badges. When you complete Learning Pass, you earn certificates. But right now, there's no way to kind of translate that into some kind of promotional feature that you would apply to your listings or to your eBay business. The real benefit is you learn from there, you apply those lessons to your business, and you actually make more money. That's really kind of, that's the real prize that we're after here. But it's something that we could think about. Like, I'm a certified eBay seller graduate, or that kind of thing. So people understand, okay, this is a committed seller. They know what they're doing. They're going to give me great customer service. So that could be something we put in the pipeline for down the road, but that's not currently in place. But I still definitely encourage you to check it out. There is so much kind of rich content out there within Seller School. And again, we understand that you're super busy. You don't have hours on end to spend kind of learning different kind of tools and tactics. So we've organized them and presented them in really digestible pieces. You can pop in, get a few quick hits of information, pop back out, come back when you're ready. So we've designed with kind of speed in mind.
So let me just tag onto that. even though I've been selling on eBay for 20 plus years, I am going through the seller school because things change and we get set in our ways. And sometimes I think that, this is still the way things are happening. And it's like, oh no, that's changed. Now, because e-commerce is constantly changing. So I'm finding it very helpful to remind myself of things I knew, but maybe have forgotten, and to fine tune some of the things that I knew, but maybe not as well. And, I think that one of the perks of going to this school is, just learning something like offering free shipping. And when you're seller starting out, I have, like I said, over 5,000 listings in my store, and probably at one point, every one of them had free shipping, but probably now, 95% of them have free shipping. And does that mean that it's free to ship? No, that just means that I'd include the shipping price in the shipping cost in the price of the item. And why did I do that? Because I learned from eBay. eBay is a data-driven company. And I've learned from eBay that when they tell me that their best practice is to do free shipping, I kind of translate that in my mind, like, oh, their data shows them that more people click on the free shipping toggle than don't. And they may not come right out and say that, but that's what I extrapolate from when they say this is our best practice. And I will tell you that I can sell things at a higher price point and faster than some other competitors because I have free shipping. And my guess is that there's a lot of sellers that are saying, only show me the listings with free shipping. So if you have an item that only has $2 shipping and my item's $10 more than yours with free shipping, they're going to see my listing and not yours. So these are the nuances that going to seller school will teach you as a new seller, or even fine tune if you're already selling and you're a seasoned seller like myself.
Ah, that is music to my ears. Yes, that's absolutely true, because eBay as a platform is constantly evolving. So you may think you know the basics, but it's always good to go and refresh yourself, because we're changing, we're integrating new tools, new recommendations. So it's always good to kind of go back and make sure that you're, kind of following all the best practices that are current to kind of really keep your business fresh and growing. So thank you for that. It's truly a lid for every pot, as my mom would say, in seller school, whether you're brand new or an experienced seller like you, Teresa. There's so much value in there. But Brian, I actually want to punt something to you, kind of in a follow-up to Rogelio's comment. Another thing to point out here is that by learning what you need to learn through seller school, you're going to be a stronger, better seller, delivering better kind of service to your customers and more successful results for your business. And that can impact your seller rating. So Brian, can you talk a little bit, and then that, of course, that translates to even more kind of visibility and discounts and all kind of perks as you kind of grow your business with us. So Brian, could you, in a very kind of simple way, explain that rating system and the metrics that we use to kind of assess our sellers, given that we're a trust-based marketplace? How do we make sure that trust remains intact and help our sellers along the way, help kind of maintain that?
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm glad you punted that to me, because, again, I did want to say, the biggest benefit of seller school is helping sellers learn the things they usually have to learn the hard way through trial and error, or learn from the selling community, or learn through, loss and things like that. We really fast track and give you, the most important information in a really contextual format to help you have a good understanding of how all of the different elements work on eBay. So again, you can really put your best foot forward and drive results much more quickly than like I said, through that kind of trial and error process. In regards to the way that we maintain, kind of expectations for our marketplace, and the way that we measure sellers, performance on the marketplace, eBay is extremely flexible in the fact that we allow you to really bring your business model to eBay in a fashion that aligns with your current business structure. Whether you're, high volume and you've got, you're processing shipments, on a daily basis with a single day handling time using expedited shipping, you can bring your business model that way. Or if you're working with more customized products and, you're looking at a 3 or 4 day handle time with some preparation for those products, we offer you the flexibility to really bring that business model the way that you do, or the way that would best fit, your current business structure. So with those expectations, again, we allow you to set certain expectations, with shipping and handling times. And as long as you measure up to those, you're basically executing on what you've set expectation wise. We do have other expectations as well when it comes to the way that you handle certain customer service related situations, when returns pop up or request, maybe an item arrived damaged or wasn't delivered. We do have certain expectations in the way that you handle those issues. We give you about 3 days to resolve those issues. But on eBay, you can basically be classified as top rated, above standard, or below standard. Now, in my experience, and probably in Teresa's, it's really easy to be a top rated seller as long as your customer service focused, as long as you're answering questions quickly and resolving issues for buyers. Again, we're extremely flexible, and you'll just kind of fall into that top rated seller status. The area that I mentioned there, watching out for returns and managing those things. I mean, again, as long as you're customer service centric, those things really they don't necessarily affect your overall performance on eBay. So again, there's certain expectations we have when it comes to resolving issues with buyers, but for the vast majority of how you bring your business to eBay, we give you the flexibility to manage and maintain and set the expectations that work best for you. So I hope that answered what you were looking for there.
Awesome. Thank you, Brian.
Can I just say one other quick thing on that? Because it's something that I learned many, many years ago about how to be a successful seller. And I teach this in my meetup group and, in the different sellers that I work with. One of the things that I try to teach people is that when you're selling something online, people don't have the luxury of holding it and turning it and looking and seeing what it looks like on the bottom. So something that I learned early on in my eBay career that I've never forgotten is that will get you avoid seller just unhappy customers not buying something that they didn't realize it was such and such. But if you describe an item as if you had no pictures and take pictures as if you had no description, if you do those two things, then you should cover all your bases. So when I take my pictures, I take a picture of all four sides, top and the bottom, because if somebody has that in their hand, they're going to want to see, oh, I didn't know this had a hole on the bottom of it. I can't use it for this purpose. And the same thing with describing it is, when you're seeing something on a screen, you can't tell, is this 12 inches or is it 3 inches? And so describing that and giving those measurements and telling people the circumference or the diameter of a plate and those kind of things, it's just, it will help your buyer manage expectations, is what I say. Mm-hmm. If they see that the plate is, 8 inches in diameter, then they're going to expect an 8-inch plate and not a 4-inch plate or a 12-inch plate.
Really good advice there. Really, really good. Just want to touch on one thing that just came in through the chat box. Someone asked if Seller School talks about business licensing and state sales tax license, that kind of thing. And then there's a response to that. It seems like the ACA has got you covered on that front. But just wanted to kind of take it that one step further and mention that we do talk a lot in Seller School and kind of across eBay about if we recognize that you're not likely going to sell just on eBay. If you want to, we welcome that. But you may sell it in your storefront and eBay, or maybe you sell on Facebook Marketplace or Etsy or Amazon or wherever else. We offer a lot of kind of recommendations on how to kind of manage your inventory across those channels and make sure that you are maintaining a really kind of smooth, streamlined kind of logistical functionality across your business, because we want to make sure that we kind of support you as a whole, recognizing that there's lots of other aspects to your business aside from just what you sell on eBay. Anything else, or Brian or Teresa, anything that you think that we didn't touch on today that's just really, really critical for these folks to know or to think about?
One thing that I like to just, I guess, end with when I'm, trying to teach people how to sell on eBay is to start with the stuff that you have. And if you want to start with clothes. Clothes are easy to ship. They're easy to list. You've probably something in your closet. You bought it. You know why you bought it. You know the brand. You know the size. All that sort of stuff. So if you're looking to get started, I would start with clothes. If you have children and they've outgrown clothes, kids clothing, kids toys, anything child related does really, really well on eBay. Household items, just the point is to just get started. And as you get started and you start to see things that sell, like I started selling red things. And that was fun. But then I was like, well, I can buy these Christmas things on clearance. Let me try selling those. And you just kind of expand into the area that makes you happy. And so, the advice is to just do it, just get started.
I like that. And it's an interesting idea to kind of start off as an individual seller, just to kind of get the hang of things and maybe do a little bit of trial and error, as Brian mentioned, and then apply those learnings when you start your business on eBay. That could be a smart way to go for some folks who aren't quite ready to kind of take the full plunge yet.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you, Alexis and Teresa, so much for your information. I know that all the people that attended got some great time to ask questions and everything. So thank you so much for sharing that with us. And something that I took away too, outside of all of the information that you gave us about eBay, was Teresa's expression of learning to do things differently, to pivot, to innovate what you're doing. And I think that's what we're all here before, is to make sure we're supporting small businesses, to make sure that we're empowering everyone to pivot, to reimagine how they're doing, and to redo those processes for success. So thank you so much for being with us today. Again, this will be posted on our Bootcamp Collective. So please join us next Tuesday for our 100th session. And thank you again, and have a great day.
Thanks, everybody. Appreciate it. Have a great holiday.
Bye.
Bye.